College night and Saturday afternoon, kids attend free with purchase of adult GA ticket at the door. Advance tickets on sale now at sandhillsglobaleventcenter.org. Don't miss the Nebraska Cornerstone College Rodeo, May 1st and 2nd.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies. It'll be breezy with an afternoon high near 84. Tonight, increasing cloud cover, continued breeze, the low around 61. And tomorrow, a chance of showers and storms, especially in the afternoon. Otherwise, partly sunny with the high near 78. I'm meteorologist Kyle Kleckert for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Imagine if the people who work at your bank or neighbors who could help with a home loan.
Congratulations, you're approved.
Or friends who love to shop local.
Have a good one.
At UBT, who you work with matters just as much as what you're working toward.
Hey, thanks for helping.
That's why your money has more than a banker. It has people. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Let's face it, there are some things people experience every year that are no fun. Flu shots, spring cleaning, dental exams, leaves in the gutters. That's why the Nebraska Lottery is launching our new lotto game, Millionaire for Life. The top prize is $1 million a year for life, with a second prize of $100,000 a year for life. Tickets are $5 with drawings every day. If you win Millionaire for Life, you'll still get leaves in your gutters, but they'll be the gutters on your new mansion.
Millionaire for Life top prize odds 1 in 22 million.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement. Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197. There are so many realtors in Lincoln and Omaha, but don't get overwhelmed by all the no-names, plus all the different companies. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Real Estate is your go-to option, whether buying or selling residential, luxury, leasing, investment properties, or commercial property, small or large. Ben's team offers decades of experience, unbeatable customer service, and promises to fully protect your interests throughout the entire transaction. Call 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate.
Hi, Charlie Stone again, and Andy Goodyear with Honda of Lincoln will be joining me to talk about the Honda Spring event. Andy, I know this is a big event for you. Please tell us all about it.
I want to start out by thanking the Lincoln car buyers for an incredible year in 2025. It's just been announced that Honda of Lincoln is Nebraska's only Honda dealer to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award for 2025.
Wow, that's great, Andy. How many times now have you earned that President's Award?
It's a total of 20 times now, Charlie. The Honda Spring event is truly a big event for us. We have incredible savings on every remaining 2025 and every new 2026. Special low rates, long-term financing, and special lease rates.
Maybe it's time you experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Sandhills Global is growing right here in Lincoln. With our expanding campus and continued growth, we're hiring across a wide range of careers, from interns to experienced professionals. Join the team at Sandhills Global and build your career with competitive pay, great benefits, and real opportunities to grow. Visit sandhills.jobs to view openings and apply today. That's sandhills.jobs.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And wow, what a great spring it has been here. We've had record sales happening at Koppel. And to show our appreciation, Koppel is giving out employee pricing on select new models. Yes, you heard that right. Employee pricing is happening right now at Koppel on select new models. So please stop on in the store and see the team or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Some rebates to dealer.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of BJ Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Mafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
It's on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, welcome. It is Welcome Win the Mind Wednesday, Swim.
Good morning, Aaron Davis.
My brother.
I got to give you a heads up here right off the bat that I felt like I've had to sneeze for the past 45 minutes. I got to the station about 8:05 and felt like I needed to sneeze.
It just won't come out.
And it won't come out for the last, close to hour. I cannot get my sneeze. I cannot get my sneeze to come out.
Don't they say look at the light or look up?
Well, it's
or
like look
like
at the light. Isn't there something to do with pineapples? Like it's like you say pineapple.
I never heard of that.
I don't know. Maybe that's to get the sneeze away, which maybe I just screwed myself.
Pineapple. Maybe it'll make you sneeze.
Maybe.
No, I got to feel like I got to do a little bit.
Okay, good. Pineapple.
Not sure if that's going to work.
I'll be really envious of you if you just are able to sneeze on command like that. And I've been trying for the last 45 minutes. So there's going to be a moment. There's going to be a moment here. I would hope throughout the course of our 2-hour program that I just go on a sneezing attack. Because usually it takes about, I'll sneeze about 6 to 8 times in the morning. 6 to 8 times in the morning. And then I'm good for the rest of the day. I won't sneeze again. Let me guess. Somebody said something on the text line.
You see unmasked
texter? Yeah, unmasked texter. There's only one way to get rid of that almost sneeze. Throat punch. My man says, go sniff some pepper. Rubber Duck from LinkedIn says, pull a nose hair out and you'll sneeze hard. I don't know if I got them long enough. I'm still young enough where they're not an issue yet.
Oh, dude, I got nose hairs, ear hairs.
It's the point where my nose is running because I got to sneeze so bad. But it's just not. It's not sneezing.
DF said it's not Thursday, so no throat punch with today.
Yeah.
What about Whack Nick Wednesday?
I guess we're just inciting violence. Yeah, inciting violence towards Nick every day of the week. No, AD, it's a big day today. Do you want to know why? Well, you have a big speaking engagement that I'm excited to hear about, whether that's on air or off there. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Second off is it's haircut day. Haircut day is
so
best
what are you going
day.
to do with the cut?
I haven't decided. I haven't decided. I've been trying this whole like grow it out thing, and I love the way it looks in hats.
Okay, so when are you still pretty self-conscious about?
Not at all.
Your hair
I
thinning?
Don't care. I don't care. It's fine.
So I think you reach a certain point.
Here's the thing. I've been wearing so many hats. Now that the hair is grown on the back, you can't see what's going on back there. You can't see or what's not going on back there. Maybe.
So what's the style today?
I haven't decided. My barber wants me to keep it longer.
Mm-hmm.
He likes it when I keep it a little longer.
The barber I know is used sometimes.
Yeah, shout out to Mike.
It's okay to give a shout out.
Yeah, Mike's great.
So as long as it's your barber, we can give a shout out. See, that's what I'm seeing here.
That's not
Grant
it
Wisdom,
at all.
if you're listening
Mike
right now, Jay Foreman, David, and Chris, you guys are listening. See, Nick is a.
Here we go.
Here's what we do with Nick.
Yep.
Nick is a situational shout out.
No, that's not true at all.
If it benefits him,
nope.
Oh, it's shout out
all day long. Me at all.
He's your barber. What are you talking about?
Well, I don't want him to give me I don't want him to take everything off.
So it's. But if I would have said something else, like no free.
Oh, it would have been just fine.
I like how it's convenient for you.
Oh, stop it.
shout outs of
Everything is always
convenience.
convenient.
Well,
Yep.
for you, it's like you said, as is.
No, it's not.
AKA one time, AKA as is, AKA upgrade, AKA swim.
To be fair, all I said was his name. I didn't say where to book an appointment. I just said shout out to Mike. That's like me saying shout out to Jay Foreman.
That's kind of the name of his business, Mike. But
no, it's not.
Okay. I'm just gonna say it lots of fades.
Okay, no free shout outs. See, this is your problem.
This is your problem.
No, it's so I don't know. I haven't decided. David, our friend David Frioff, who's obviously listening, doesn't like it longer. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have an
You're gonna go
opinion on
hippie
it.
style?
What does that even mean?
Just let it go. You don't know what hippie is?
No, I'm not letting it go. I still need the sides cleaned up. I still need the edges to be straight.
Clean. Yeah.
I need it clean. That's why, 90% of people probably look at it and go, why do you need a haircut?
Yeah.
This is out of control for me.
Yeah. This escaper. Who would have thought that the kid that got a ride to school every single day would be shouting out when it's convenient for him?
Oh, please, escaper.
Unknown texture 9170. We're just gonna let it ride.
That's right.
Mike from Lots of Fades. That's my boy.
That is him. Yeah, I've been going to Mike for like 5 years now.
Well, I was just with his uncle.
Is that so?
This past week, Mike Lott's uncle.
Yeah.
No, man, that's my boy. Man, they were at the Capitol Scar. I was in there working Saturday back in the conference room. Me and Louie.
Yeah.
I came out in front, and Lott was out there. Man, him and Alexis Hall and his nephew. Man, so it's good to see him. Man. So what about the beard game? What are you gonna do with the beard?
I'm trimming that thing.
So, well, I wish my beard would grow like yours.
I'm trimming it. I trimmed this, to give you an idea, I trimmed this Saturday.
You trimmed that Saturday?
I trimmed it down to stubble
you're
on
full
Saturday.
Chewbacca on Wednesday.
I'm full beard on Wednesday, yeah.
You know who Chewbacca is?
I do. Yes, I do know
but
who
you've
Chewbacca
never
is.
seen Star Wars, so I was curious.
No, but it's the big hairy dude. Brown fur.
Brown fur.
I know exactly who it is. You can barely see his eyes. I know who it is. Exactly. I have seen highlights of Star Wars.
Swim, I offered you $100 that time.
Well, I was younger and immature.
Well, money must have been nice because you offered me $100 right now. I'm watching that sucker tonight.
This offer doesn't stand anymore.
No, it doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. So
if someone was to offer me, I said,
oh, sure, yeah. Right now, if somebody was to offer it to me, I would take it.
Yeah, I don't know. You'd find something to do. I don't know.
You want to know? So I did what I did do last night. Hizzlebear says stare directly into the sun. You'll sneeze every time.
You know what? Hizzlebear, I have heard that.
I'll also go blind.
No, because it won't take that long.
Okay.
I have heard that before.
So here's how last night I did a couple of things. Went to Sandhills Global Youth Complex. Watched Nebraska Westland baseball. They got a big win over Buena Vista last night.
Rudy
got an at bat. Rudy was in. I think Rudy's here today. Rudy got up to bat. 4-pitch walk. They were scared to throw strikes to Rudy. So it was a 4-pitch walk for Rudy. Nebraska Westland ended up allowing 4. So they were up by 2. They were up by 3. And they allowed 4 runs in the top of the 8th inning, AD. Allowed 4 runs in the top of the 8th inning. In the bottom of the 8th, Nebraska Westland responded with 4 runs of their own. They end up winning the game in the bottom of the 8th. They end up holding Buena Vista to a 0 in the top of the 9th. Nebraska Westland gets the win. So shout out to our guy Rudy for the win and all those guys with Nebraska Westland.
Well
they got a big series coming up this weekend against Co here in Lincoln. I'm going to make my way out there on Friday night. Co College.
Where's that at?
I believe it's out of Iowa.
Iowa's like Kansas. They got a lot of colleges.
Yeah,
there, man.
exactly. Well, and so a couple of years ago, Westland switched leagues and conferences that they play in. A lot of times before they were playing a lot of teams from Kansas, from obviously Nebraska, and stuff. Now when they switch conferences, it's all the teams that are really based out of Iowa. Co College, an arts school in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. So about a 5-hour drive away from Lincoln. So, but they play a 3-game set in Lincoln this weekend. But what I was going to say is I went and watched some select baseball as well after because they have the youth fields just right next to the Westland field.
So you were baseballed up.
I was baseballed up yesterday. Here's the thing though. I saw maybe the craziest thing happen and I felt bad for this youth umpire. Okay. Because in typical young young guy baseball fashion, right? When a ball is coming at you, you get out of the way, right? This I think maybe 9-year-old, maybe 10-year-old. Nothing bad. The pitch comes, it's coming at his head. He ducks, like he squats down.
Blast at the ump.
No, forgot to bring his bat down. It ends up hitting the bat. The ball does. AD, the ball hits the bat. The umpire sees it hit the bat, calls it foul, but it goes into fair territory. The ball bounces off the bat, goes into fair territory. The umpire calls foul. Pandemonium, chaos on the select baseball field because this ball is in fair territory. The team that's in the field, their dugouts yelling, "Throw it to first! Throw it to first!" and then they end up throwing it to first. The batter is just shook because he almost got drilled in the head. But then the umpire called it foul. But then it's in play. They throw it to first. They call the guy out, the batter out at first base.
Technically, that's the right call.
Because technically, that's the right call. The third base coach comes in and is like, "Well, umpire, you called it foul. You said foul. My guy doesn't run because you called it foul."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was pandemonium.
What they
Ended up calling him out, and that was it.
No parents going crazy.
No
one went to jail.
Nobody went to jail. Nobody got arrested. But what I'll say is it was really interesting because the parents were right up on the net there, and I thought we were going to see some people get. It was a 3-run ball game at the time. Nothing happened, but it was the most bizarre thing. The kid squats down to get out of the way of the ball, forgets to pull his bat down with his body. Right. Mostly, if you wanted to be technical about it, you could just turn your face towards the catcher, take it in the back, and get a free base. But he squats out of the way. It hits the bat, goes into fair territory. Umpire calls it foul.
Man.
Umpire calls it foul, so the batter was like, "I'm good. I'm chilling." And then you had the whole dugout yelling, "Throw it to first." And it was pandemonium.
So someone has that recorded.
Yeah.
And that young man is going to remember that for the rest of his
I
life.
know.
And it's also going to be a teaching point, too.
100%. Bring your bat down.
Or turn your back.
Get your bat down.
Yeah, that's going to be a teaching point.
100%.
Sure.
Yeah. It was. But once again, our friends at Sandhills, they did such an unbelievable. Every time I'm out there,
it's amazing.
Unbelievable job with that complex.
Swim. Okay. You think about that complex and how much youth sports is just in complexes and select leagues across the spectrum of sports. So Naya, my daughter, she works for Huddle now.
Yep.
She graduates next month, but she already got her job with Huddle. So her and Brooke flew out to AZ.
Oh.
Okay. She was filming a soccer tournament. It's called something Arizona. I have to ask Naya what it is. It's a huge complex in AZ outside of Phoenix.
Okay.
Swim. It's something like 15 pickleball courts.
Oh man.
20 basketball courts, 15 to 20 volleyball courts, several baseball diamonds, sand volleyball, indoor volleyball. It's like a massive, massive, massive acreage of all
That's
things
so
sports.
awesome.
It just blows me away the multi-billion-dollar industry that youth sports is right now.
You've done participated in pickleball, haven't you?
Yeah,
you've done. You're diving into the.
I'm not saying I'm diving in. Because if I play 1 or 2 games for you, I'm like, okay, that's cool. But I'm not one of those.
Oh, it's not exciting for you.
It is, but I'm like, if I don't ever play again, I'd be fine.
Oh wow!
But it's fun. I
That's
don't mind
surprising.
it. I don't mind it. It's a lot of fun. But I'm just not like gung ho about it.
Yeah.
But it's a great sport, and it's a sport to where you see a lot of people who have aged. I'm not saying aged out, but just for physical, physical limitations have aged out of tennis, and it's not as aggressive as tennis.
That's why I'm all about it.
It's
because
fun.
I can spend some time outside.
Yeah.
It's
or inside.
Or inside. It's much more affordable than like golf, right?
Mm-hmm.
But much more affordable than golf. But it still gets your body moving a little bit, right? And it's not so much wear and tear on the body.
Yeah.
Right?
Coach Jay, you're exactly right. He goes, why in the hell are pickleball paddles so expensive? They are even expensive. They played it against sports.
Interesting. I did not.
Oh, they're not cheap.
Well, I bought.
We got some.
I bought my like the cheap one when I started. It was like $25.
Ain't 24. You probably get some for 25, but
oh yeah. I mean, mine's the bottom of the barrel type.
Well, you know, Tom Brady's actually invested in a pickleball league.
Really?
It is exploded.
Well,
I see him now more in hotels. I never saw him in hotels
My
before.
uncle who lives in San Diego or Lakeside out there, he plays in tournaments. He and his partner play in tournaments. They travel to places like it's a thing.
You know, I like it, but it's just like if I didn't play again, I'd be cool. But if somebody say, "Hey, man, you know,"
there's those courts that they have, and I don't know what. I mean, obviously the indoor spots, right? But they have those courts that are over behind, it's probably like, what would that be, like 25th and Nebraska Parkway, or like Highway 2. Back behind, what is that, like the apartment buildings there, and there's like a highway, like the Highway Diner and stuff,
right?
They have those
courts
right
there.
Yeah, they have those courts there. I've never played anywhere else other than there, like, and it's been like my buddies and I show up at 4 whatever it's called, like 4:30 or whatever, and we're like, all right, cool, there's a court open.
Here's why you and your buddies would love the new one that just opened up in Lincoln, by Laszlo's.
Yep.
The court,
Southwood Park. Thank you.
Yeah, it's inside. They got food and beverages and everything in there.
Wow.
Yeah, it was there
was a time where my buddies and I had a next to D-bat and stuff. We were considering using some of the space to create a pickleball spot.
It would have been a good.
I know.
Been wise.
I know. We were just a little too young at the time.
Would have been.
We were just a little too young at the time.
Oh, it was.
Couldn't get the liquor license. No.
Well, it was still.
I'm kidding.
Couldn't rent a car. Couldn't get liquor license.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't want to pay all the money for the paddles. No, I'm joking.
Swim. Quick before we go to break. Interesting news that happened outside Tallahassee, Florida.
Oh, really? Hold on. Can we say this about Scaper real quick?
Yeah.
So Scaper, one of his business is landscaping and kind of outdoor entertainment. And listen to this. Scaper says, we just had a customer that wanted a pickleball court in their backyard. Took a $35,000 retaining wall and a $55,000 pickleball court to give them what they want. It looks absolutely incredible, but pickleball is going crazy.
Wow.
How about that? Scaper's doing pretty well.
Golf clubs? Yeah, I'm like, Scaper.
Yeah, Scaper.
Scaper. Why don't you scape on over here?
Yeah.
Brother,
yeah, come say hello.
Yeah. You imagine what $85,000 worth of golf equipment could do for us?
I couldn't. How
many golf trips we could take for 85
How many golf balls I'd have to buy? I mean, like, I'd say I'd budget $15,000 just to pay for golf balls.
I need to get some golf balls for this weekend because Iron Horse.
You're playing Iron Horse?
No, last weekend. Or that was.
Iron Horse hurt you? It's okay.
I had to dig deep in the bag, man.
First off, on Sunday afternoon, there's a very slim chance that we end up playing.
I don't think
second off is we're playing at maybe one of the most open courses in all of mankind.
Yeah, DF, Jay and those guys. I was 90% chance of showers. Hopefully that changes, but 90%.
Yeah,
it's not looking good. In Eastern Tennessee,
yes.
This real fast. Check this out. A truck carrying about 1 million bees crashed on Friday.
No way.
Shut down exit of Interstate 40 into Knoxville. The ramp off I-40 East. 1 million bees. And the picture is just, you got people covered in all the garb. Swim, 1 million bees, bro.
My goodness. I couldn't do it.
There was a song by Ghetto Boys that has bees in it. And I know DF knows what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I can't say the lyrics on air, but, 1 million bees. What would you do, dude?
I'd run. And that's not what you're supposed to do.
I would stay in my car and make sure all the windows were blown up.
Yeah. No, I'm not getting the
1 million bees.
I was confused at first when you said 1 million bees. Like, I didn't know what you were referring to.
Right.
You mean the flying insects?
Yes, the one that'll light you up.
The ones that I had to collect.
You collected a lot of things there.
I did. Scaper helped me out with that.
Yeah, you did. You've got quite a few. Scaper, seriously, let's talk about that $85,000 you just kicked out of pickleball court.
Yeah, right. Well, Scaper didn't kick it out. The client did. Yeah, he's like, hey, I did not do it. So anyway, it was funny. Jack Russell, our good friend, just texted us.
I need to text Jack back.
And he said, just turned on the radio to the pickleball conversation. Good Lord, do I have to change it to talk about my long-term care insurance now? Go see our guy, Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services. We love Jack. No.
Oh, man. Folks, we come back. There was a game last night down in Lawrence that did not go our way at all. We did not do what Rudy and the Nebraska Western Plainsmen did. Nebraska could not get it taken care of down in Kansas. We'll talk about that when we come back. We'll also at 10 o'clock talk about the NFL draft, which is just less than 24 hours away, which if you're not paying attention, you may not even know there's a draft going on as far as that goes.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the women's beat down in Omaha last night, too. They put the bats to the tail, and they took care of business. We'll discuss that as well. It's The Drive. It's Wednesday. We'll be back.
Let's face it, there are some things people experience every year that are no fun. Flu shots, spring cleaning, dental exams, leaves in the gutters. That's why the Nebraska Lottery is launching our new lotto game, Millionaire for Life. The top prize is $1 million a year for life, with a second prize of $100,000 a year for life. Tickets are $5 with drawings every day. If you win Millionaire for Life, you'll still get leaves in your gutters, but they'll be the gutters on your new mansion.
Millionaire for Life, top prize odds, 1 in 22 million.
In communities like ours, local relationships still matter. At Insight Partners, we believe we are better together. That's why insurance agencies across the Midwest have joined Insight Partners to better serve local customers and communities with all their insurance needs. From personal to commercial or specialty insurance, your local Insight Partners team is here to help protect what matters most. Insight Partners, better together. Learn more at myinspartners.com.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197. There are so many realtors in Lincoln and Omaha, but don't get overwhelmed by all the no-names, plus all the different companies. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Real Estate is your go-to option, whether buying or selling residential, luxury, leasing, investment properties, or commercial property, small or large. Ben's team offers decades of experience, unbeatable customer service, and promises to fully protect your interests throughout the entire transaction. Call 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate.
Imagine if the people who work at your bank or neighbors who could help with a home loan.
Congratulations, you're approved.
Or friends who love to shop local.
Have a good one.
At UBT, who you work with matters just as much as what you're working toward.
Hey, thanks for helping.
That's why your money has more than a banker. It has people. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
School's almost out, but the impact of public education lasts a lifetime. Hi, I'm Tim Royers, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. As we prepare to close the books on another incredible year, let's celebrate our teachers, our students, and staff who make our schools strong. This summer, keep learning alive. Read, explore, and support your local schools. Public education builds brighter futures. Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Zach Bryan with Heaven on Tour.
Something in the orange tells me you'll never come.
Saturday, April 25th, Memorial Stadium.
Wish I didn't, but I do.
With special guests, Kings of Leon and J.R. Carroll. Tickets are on sale now at ZachBryan.com. Don't miss Zach Bryan live.
Want to make the easy call? Call John Henry's. From leaky pipes to a broken AC, flickering lights to furnace fights, even drains and duct cleaning, we've got it handled. Plumbing, heating, air, and electrical, all under one trusted roof. Proudly serving homes across Lincoln, Omaha, and surrounding areas, and ready 24/7. Visit calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
And electrical.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And wow, what a great spring it has been here. We've had record sales happening at Koppel. And to show our appreciation, Koppel is giving out employee pricing on select new models. Yes, you heard that right. Employee pricing is happening right now at Koppel on select new models. So please stop on in the store and see the team or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Some rebates to dealer.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, welcome back to this Win the Mind Wednesday. It is absolutely gorgeous out in the capital city. Right here in Lincoln, there is a high 79, actually of 81 today. It is 65 and a tad breezy downtown Lincoln, 1040 O Street. Come down to the mill, because the best part of waking up is milk coffee in your cup. And obviously to see swim.
Well, I don't know. I got something going on here.
I'm looking at you do your hair right now. What's up with that?
I don't know. It's going opposite directions the way it's supposed to.
Just cut it balls, man.
No.
I'll give you $100 if you cut a ball.
That's not enough. That's
200.
No, that's not enough.
$300.
Nope.
If I give you $500, you cut a ball.
I would do it for 1,000.
For a G?
For a G.
You'd cut it ball.
Potentially.
Boy, where have I heard this from? Going back on his word. You not playing softball? No.
Well,
potentially.
Potentially. I promise I will not play softball unless the doctor says I can. No,
I will cut it off.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, that's one way to accelerate the process. And then it's like every time I see somebody, I have to explain, hey, look, I did this because I got a G. Like,
I don't. I don't have any sicknesses or nothing like that.
I said the number of 1,000 because I didn't think it was possible. But the way you looked at me, you were like, oh, you do it for 1,000. We can get a GoFundMe together right now.
Folks, this segment is brought to you by Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, who's been a well-respected rep since 1999. Jack can help protect your home, your vehicle, your family, even your future. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100 or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or in Omaha. Jack, we appreciate the partnership,
Absolutely.
my brother. Swim, I got a tough one today before we hop into Nebraska baseball. They have a tough one last night. 20 minutes is what I have for my keynote. There'll be 2,500, 3,000 people in this audience at CHI there in Omaha, but you have 20 minutes. So I did my walkthrough yesterday afternoon. You have the confidence screens and you have your timer. That's the one I pay attention the most.
Yeah.
That timer down the middle. But you have all these screens. There's 4 screens behind me. They're big, massive screens. And then you got your confidence screens that kind of show me my slides up close. And then you have the monitor. And then you have your teleprompter, things of that nature up there. I don't pay attention to those. But 20 minutes. You don't have time to come out. Hey, how's everybody doing this afternoon? You're doing good.
How about that weather out there? A little windy.
How about that Go Big Red? So they're going to play a Nebraska fight song. They said, is that cool? I was like, yeah, that's cool. There'll be people from literally all over the world at this conference. And, there'll be a lot of course, the majority, I would think, would be Nebraska, like, surrounding areas, Kansas City, et cetera. But I'm like, yeah, I love my Huskers, man. But 20 minutes.
Wow.
That'd be like us starting the show. Folks on the show today, I mean, there's no him and hawing, there's no chit-chatting. You hop right in. And the theme of the talk is how this is going to sound funny, how the bench became my power play.
Oh.
Because we all get benched in life at times.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do when you're on the bench? I wrote 3 books when I was on the bench in Nebraska.
Had a lot of journal entries that day.
Minor in English. Handy for the play for Nebraska.
It's funny because we were talking off air that it would be easier to go for 2.5 hours than it would be for 20 minutes.
Absolutely. You would break things down in small group sessions, breakout sessions, and icebreakers. No, there ain't no icebreaker. You come out with an axe and a hammer.
Is it similar to when you speak to like middle schools?
Well, even middle schools will have you up there have me for 45 or 30 because I'll keep them in different activities, not activities, but get them up moving. This right here is the tougher ones that I do, man.
Yeah.
And rarely do I ever do 20 minutes unless it's like a banquet for a sports or something like that, a dinner function where they want you to give like a brief words. But this one, it's got to be engaging. It's got to be, you got to come out swinging on
20
this.
20 minutes.
20 minutes, you come out swinging on this thing. So I'm looking forward to it.
AD wearing a suit.
No.
I see. Oh, really?
I will be wearing the AOE.
Yep. I've seen those.
Augie, buddy, I've had that sweatshirt in my truck for a month and a half.
Augie hasn't even texted anymore. He's just giving up on the dream. He's giving up on the dream.
Well, I texted him and said, where do you live? Because he goes, I can just come up to the studio. So what I think I'm going to do is just bring it out and just keep it in the studio. Whenever he's get a chance to come by, he can pick it up. But Augie, I've not forgot about you. I've had it in my truck for about a month or so. Whenever we texted, life happens. I'll just hope you and your family are okay. But Swim, I'm going to wear my AOE polo. I got a film crew, videographer that's coming up there.
It's a big deal for you today.
It's a biggie.
You got the beard all filled in.
I got taper up for you, Swim.
You got all filled up.
I got my beard tapered up, man. I'm going to bring a few Sharpies with me.
I can see it.
Before I go on
It looks like a little Marcus Freeman action in there. Looks like a little Marcus Freeman action.
No more Mike Tomlin.
Yeah,
standard.
that's right.
Speaking of Tomlin, new job.
Really?
Sunday night.
Football?
Yes, he's joining the cast of Sunday night.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, he will do well.
Okay.
With that. He will do well.
It's not hard. It's not difficult to do better than Jason Garrett. So or Jack Collinsworth.
Pregame.
Whichever one. Whichever.
Yeah.
Well, because on Sunday night you have Chris Collinsworth still as
I think he took over for oh my gosh, my mind's went south.
Was it like
Tony Dungy?
Okay.
Yeah, he filled in for him.
Yeah.
So Tomlin will do a great job with that.
Yeah.
He'll do a great job. So I'm pumped. I'll do the talk. Then you have the book signings.
Yeah.
And then I'll be done.
It is a big Saturday for Marcus Freeman on that note. They got spring game this Saturday. Notre Dame does.
Why do you think the man crush for you started with Marcus Freeman? What do you think?
Let's talk Husker baseball.
Let's talk Husker baseball because we're going to talk Husker baseball this segment, and we're going to talk Husker baseball during the history segment because it is history. Folks, last night definitely did not go the way Nebraska wanted it to go. The game literally flipped in one inning. They lost 9-7 last night. And I'll say this. I thought the commentators did a good job last night personally.
Yeah.
It was good to see former Nebraska assistant Lance Leipold, current KU football coach on there. Had him on there talking quite a bit last night. But Nebraska had control of 4-3 entering the sixth. And unfortunately, it all unraveled because they gave up 6 runs in 2 innings. And that was the ball game, Swim. Coach Wilbo said it best after the game. He goes, sixth inning, it turned the game. And it definitely did. Bullpen struggles, Swim. Before we get into that, I'll read these before we get into you, before we just kind of get your overall assessment on it. But the bullpen struggles were the difference. Ty Horn, he gave up back-to-back bombs in the sixth. That was massive. Yeah. Nick, I literally got up to get some water, and I came back, and I thought I was watching the replay. No, it happened back-to-back. Later, another 2-run homer allowed by Unger. Then, and that was 5 runs via the long ball. And Swim, you both know, whether you're a casual fan or a purist as yourself, you can't win big games giving up explosive swings. Similar, Swim, we were the other shoes of USC, basically, against KU last night. Your initial thoughts, my man?
Yeah, I mean, it's an unfortunate one. Like, this is not me trying to sit here and act like everything is sunshine and rainbows still with Lincoln or with Nebraska baseball. They're still a top 20 team, right? Like Nebraska last night can be this is the way to look at it, right? Essentially, the matchup last night between Nebraska and Kansas was a matchup between 2 teams that have hosting aspirations. There's a very good chance that by the end of the year, both of those teams are still hosting.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's a
Yeah.
very good chance that both of those teams are hosting a regional. And so I look at last night and say, was it one that Nebraska would have liked to have? Absolutely. Of course it would have. It would have been a great win.
Everything's still in front of you.
For not only the resume, but also to keep your winning ways going. It would have been your fifth win in a row if you could have gotten it done, but you weren't able to. The comeback, I will say this, like, Nebraska didn't fold over when they were down, 9-4. Like they were able to put up a couple of runs, even in the ninth inning, got a couple of base runners on, and then unfortunately some back-to-back strikeouts in the top half of the ninth kind of put the rally on mute. But for the most part, here's the thing: like Nebraska baseball is still in a position to where they can host, right? It's now you just have to maybe put a little more pressure on you to win every series from here on out. Like you just can't have a slip up. And so this weekend against Illinois, you hope that Nebraska, if they can at least win 2 out of 3, if not a sweep on the road, guess what? Then you turn into winning 8 of your last 9, and your one loss comes on the road at number 16, Kansas. That environment last night in Lawrence was really, really cool to see as well. And for two teams, one that's obviously border rivals, but is somebody that there's already some bad blood between the two sides. And for that type of environment to be out there in Lawrence was really, really cool to see as well.
Swim, it was cool to see because KU had went through some down times as well.
Yeah.
And to see what they're doing. And I have no, spite or anything against the Jayhawks. I've always liked their programs more than just even basketball, because they've had their periods of dark ages like we have in other sports. But man, to see that place rocking last night, the energy was there. And you know what? I'll say this. Nebraska put in a valiant effort, to try to get back in. And we had our opportunities. We had the bases loaded and just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, and the future is exciting because Drew Grigo, who comes off of National Player of the Week accolades, he continues to excel. He was 2 for 3 last night. Will Jeske, who we haven't seen a ton because he's been dealing with some hamstring stuff, he was able to go 2 for 3 last night in the loss. And here's at the end of it all, guys, Nebraska still has 31 wins, and we're not even till the end of April yet.
Absolutely.
And so they travel to Illinois this weekend, who's not a daunting opponent, but you hope that they're able to get it done. You feel good about the weekend rotation where it's at. I would say this, with this new role of Ty Horn, so much has been made about what Ty Horn can do in the weekend, in the weekend in a relief role. I am curious to see what the plan is going forward for your midweek situation. Nebraska doesn't necessarily have many midweek games left. I believe it's Kansas State next weekend, and then Creighton in the second weekend of May, and that those are your 2 midweek games that are left. So you don't have many games to get through. But what I will say is the last 2 times now, Price Bender, who you started 2 weeks ago at home against Creighton, wasn't able to get past the first inning. He only had 1 inning of work as a starter, Price Bender. And then last night, Tucker Timmerman, in 4 innings of work, allows 3 earned runs. Now, that's not necessarily a horrific outing for Tucker Timmerman, but then you need guys behind him that if, you don't want to try to, you don't want to have to come back in each of these games in the midweek. And so I am curious to see what the plan is for next Tuesday, right? We talked about it yesterday on the show, AD, that, hey, last night going into Kansas, you probably expected 5 or 6 pitchers to see the mound yesterday. And that's exactly what happened. 6 guys threw the ball off the mound for the Huskers at one point last night. That's kind of going to be what the midweek situation is like, but also you still don't want to drop these next 2 to Kansas State at home and then at Creighton up at Charles Schwab Field.
Well, Swim, you look at, I don't have my main thing, I just, like all Husker fans, the team as well, I just wanted to kind of take care of that in that loss that they put on us here.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen. And you know what? Last night was one of those nights. That's why I can feel that way with 31 wins. It's one of those nights.
Yeah.
Because
it's not a bad loss.
No,
it's crazy.
No.
There's
one of those nights.
The way, as bad as it is, the way that college baseball works, and a lot of sports work, with the RPI, and we know this, right? Even a loss to a quality opponent can boost your RPI. Now, Nebraska's pretty high up there in the RPI rankings, 14th entering yesterday's game. So you don't necessarily aren't going to get a massive boost from playing a team that's similar RPI as you.
However,
what I will say, there was a situation this last weekend where it was a Big Ten team. It might have been Iowa. Iowa got boat raced by an opponent 2 times, 2 out of 3 games this weekend, and they moved up like 25 spots in the RPI. It benefited them to play and lose rather than playing a bad team and sweeping them.
Right.
It benefited them more to play and lose. And I'm talking they got boat raced. And so that's why USC only dropped like 4 or 5 spots in the RPI, because it was a quality loss. Those things, when you look at the metrics of the RPI, that's what they take into account in college baseball. Whether that's right or whether that's wrong and we hate it or we love it, it's what happens.
Well, Swim, there's a song by Bruce Hornsby. It's called "That's Just the Way It Is."
That's just the way it is.
Yeah, or more modern Tupac, if you would. Not Tupac, but Tupac.
Oh, is that how you say
Tupac.
it? Okay.
I love Tupac.
Yeah, I love Tupac. Now, what I will say, AD, last night, now we love to go through college baseball scores across the country.
Who messed up last night as well?
We had a slip up. We had a couple of slip ups. So let me tell you this. You think Nebraska losing by 2 runs at Kansas is bad? Talk to 12th ranked West Virginia today.
Who'd they lose to?
On 13, they gave up 13 hits to unranked Pittsburgh.
Oh,
Pittsburgh.
And that's
hold on.
And
no, wait. It gets worse.
And
it
that's
gets
gotta
worse.
hurt them because those 2 schools hate each other.
How much?
Two states hate each other.
Yeah. It was a sold out crowd.
They probably drove there.
It was a sold out crowd for the brawl. But here's this. So how much do we talk about free passes and errors? Quite often. On 13 hits, Pittsburgh beats 12th ranked West Virginia at 12th ranked West Virginia, who is in line to host a regional, 23-1. West Virginia was down 19-0 at one point. They cleared out the stadium. Pittsburgh was up 19-0 at one point. They end up winning 23-1. They scored 23 runs on 13 hits. That is crazy.
Gosh. So, and that would be the hatred, because I have so much family in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, West Virginia, those, hate each other.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Hatfield McCoys type hate.
On top of that, UNC Wilmington beat 9th ranked Coastal Carolina last night. You had UAB at Alabama, 13th ranked Alabama, win 11-2 last night. And then elsewhere, Jacksonville went to Florida and beat them 7-5. You had Maine knock off top 25 Boston College on the road, 6-4. Maine. So
lobster.
I am going to sit here on a Tuesday or on a Wednesday morning and say, you know what? A 9-7 loss at 16th ranked Kansas is not going to ruin the Husker season.
Not bad at all.
Right?
Not bad.
23-1. I saw that video.
That,
they jacked a 3-run home run over the left field wall, and it was to put it up 19-0.
So let me ask you this. Okay, well, I want to talk about this when we come back at break. And here's the question: what do you say to your team after that? I'm just curious. Text line, let us know. 402-464-5685. Again, 402-464-5685. What do you talk to your team? You're 13th in the nation. 13th, aren't they? West Virginia?
West Virginia was 12th in the country.
Nation. What are you saying to your team after that? We're going to talk about that when we come back. It's The Drive. It's Wednesday. We'll be back.
Be sure to check out the all-new Fizzy Cuts. Fizzy Cuts helps to build and protect lean muscle while reducing body fat. Fizzy Cuts is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Fizzy Cuts can only be found at Nutrition Authority. For more info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
The University of Nebraska Rodeo Association excites to announce the 2026 Nebraska Cornhusker College Rodeo. Come on out to Sandhills Global Event Center May 1st and 2nd. Cheer on the University of Nebraska Rodeo team as they take on teams from all across the Great Plains region. Friday is college night, and Saturday afternoon, kids attend free with purchase of adult GA ticket at the door. Advance tickets on sale now at sandhillsglobaleventcenter.org. Don't miss the Nebraska Cornhusker College Rodeo May 1st and 2nd.
Be sure to check out the all-new Fizzy Cuts. Fizzy Cuts helps to build and protect lean muscle while reducing body fat. Fizzy Cuts is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Fizzy Cuts can only be found at Nutrition Authority. For more info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Let's face it, there are some things people experience every year that are no fun. Flu shots, spring cleaning, dental exams, leaves in the gutters. That's why the Nebraska Lottery is launching our new lotto game, Millionaire for Life. The top prize is $1 million a year for life, with a second prize of $100,000 a year for life. Tickets are $5 with drawings every day. If you win Millionaire for Life, you'll still get leaves in your gutters, but they'll be the gutters on your new mansion.
Millionaire for Life top prize odds 1 in 22 million.
Hey, it's Grant Wister. I co-founded Champ Roofing because I wanted to build a company with real integrity, the kind where you actually trust the people working on your home. We do roof replacements, inspections, gutters, and siding all across Nebraska, Lincoln, Omaha, and everywhere in between. Every job, we show up on time, do the work right, and stand behind it. That's what Champ is built on. Check us out at champ-roofing.com or give us a call at 402-858-7449.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And wow, what a great spring it has been here. We've had record sales happening at Koppel. And to show our appreciation, Koppel is giving out employee pricing on select new models. Yes, you heard that right. Employee pricing is happening right now at Koppel on select new models. So please stop on in the store and see the team or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Some rebates to dealer.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Don't leave your spring digging projects to chance. Call Nebraska 811 before grabbing the shovel so utilities like LES can mark their buried lines and help you prevent injuries and outages.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197. Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Diode Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diode Tech online at diodetech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere air seeder during Landmark Implement's early order program. Take your seeding performance to the next level with John Deere's advanced air seeding technology. Achieve precise seed and fertilizer placement. With innovative openers and section control, you can maximize efficiency and reduce input costs. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year during Landmark Implement's air seeder early order program. Contact your local Landmark location for details and experience the Landmark difference.
April is Parkinson's Awareness Month, and guys, this is your reminder to take your health seriously. If you've noticed tremors, stiffness, or slower movement, don't ignore it. Parkinson's disease affects men more often, and early detection can make all the difference. This spring, take control. Get answers, take action. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they're helping you spring back into health with advanced technology and compassionate care. Because your health isn't something to put off. Advanced Medical Imaging, your diagnosis, their priority.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week and attractive benefits package and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What would you do? It's a great TV show I used to watch called What Would You Do? With Jonathan Quinones.
That's right. That's his name.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Quinones of ABC.
What would you do? There'd be some wild episodes
and the
too,
TV
man.
show, What Would You Do?
What would you do? Swim, your team gets blasted by your border rival that you absolutely despise. What are you saying to your team? You're 12th in the country.
Yeah.
You get absolutely waylaid at home. People are leaving. It's just bad. What are you saying to your team? And Swim, I'm gonna look up too. Maybe you can. Who does West Virginia got next?
That's what I was gonna look up to see how many. The best part is always the final score tweets, because it's just
I know Pittsburgh was letting them have it.
Well, it's just West Virginia baseball final. Pitt 23, West Virginia 1. hey, how about this? In the middle of the first, Pittsburgh 1, West Virginia 0. They had a chance. No. And then it's so funny to watch. So it's so funny. Here's they tweeted out 3 things last night during the game. West Virginia baseball AD. Score after the top of the first inning, it was 1-0. The score after the top of the second, it was 8-0. 8? 8. They did not tweet out until the end of the game. Their next tweet was 3 hours later. Final. Pitt 23, West Virginia 1.
That was it.
That's all they had. No highlights. We don't want to talk about anything.
What were some of the comments under some of those tweets though that you could read?
We don't want to talk about anything. Here's some of your the first one, not a bad effort. Whoever the coach is should be fired immediately for this. Somebody said, not gonna lie, it's kind of laughable. If Pitt had any baseball fans, they'd be here.
Oh,
somebody, West Virginia bag man on Twitter said, you didn't have to post this.
Just let it be.
Southpaw says, okay, this stings a little bit, maybe a lot. Yeah, how about that one? How about this one? Bleep Pitt forever and always. Somebody screenshotted the tweet that they sent out. West Virginia baseball sent out after the top of the second that said lots of game left. Panthers 8, Mountaineers 0. And they screenshotted it and said, update, there wasn't much game left. Oh, man.
Right there, man.
It's funny. It's funny.
My man Philly Phil, good morning, Philly goes, unlike you, AD, I do not like the Jayhawks. Yeah. I do not like blue. I do not like their type of red. I just added that in there. Now, I kind of hope we end up as the 2 seed in Lawrence so we can beat that tail when it matters.
I do not. I do not want that. I do not want that Kansas Jayhawks smoke in the regional. Anymore? Nope. I'm good. Kansas is good. Man. As much as it bothers me to say that, Kansas is a really good program.
Brad's got a question for you, and I think you're going to answer pretty quick. What's up, Brad from Baldwin? He goes, just turned you guys on. Question, and good morning to you, Brad from Baldwin. Why does Nebraska struggle so bad midweek games? Question for Nick.
Well, I wouldn't say that they struggle.
Not this year, we haven't.
Yeah, they're. Let's see. Hold on. They are 7-2, or excuse me, 8-2 in their midweek games this year. Mm-hmm. I don't think that they've struggled. I genuinely just chalk it up to Kansas is the best team in the Big Ten right now. They're number 1 in the Big Ten standings. Like last night, sometimes I think we always, and this isn't at Brad. Whether it's football, whether it's basketball, baseball, whatever it might be, whatever the sport is. Sometimes I always think that and it's easy for us to do it as we try to dissect it so intently, AD, for the show purposes. We sit here and we go back and forth of like, man, why did this happen? And we sometimes try to find details. Like, I think last night was a situation Did I say Kansas in the Big 10? I meant Big 12.
Yeah.
They're 14-4 in the Big 12. Number one in the standings. Last night, I think it can simply be chalked up to it was a matchup of two top 20 teams, and Kansas was able to do just a little bit more, and Nebraska's pitching in relief. Obviously a couple of home runs, you give up a couple of shots, and it's hard to come back from that. I think it's okay in a game like last night to keep it simple and say, look, the walks weren't an issue. Nebraska had 0 errors. They only allowed 2 walks the entire game. They misplayed, Mac Moyer misplayed that ball in center field in the 6th inning.
Major errors on
right?
that one, too.
There was situations there, but ultimately it can simply just be a situation of it was good on good, and Nebraska just has to tip their cap to him and say, you got us by 2 runs.
So, what, to me, and what you said is spot on. You got 2, highly ranked teams, somewhat evenly matched teams. It shows you when you play teams like that, the margin of error is very small.
100%.
We had the error on the infield, the error in the outfield, and the one on the infield, I forget who it was who misjudged that one. And then Wardley misjudged one from the plate. Those things cost you. The second one that cost us the midfield, where he misjudged it, the error, that caused him to stay on base, and they hit those home runs shortly after that. So instead of getting them off the field for that one, they stayed on and we paid the price. But it shows you when you play an evenly matched team, equal or better than, it's small mistakes like that'll cost you usually at the end of the game.
Yeah.
So what happened to Nebraska last night? Like I said, Swim, I'm not, like I said, only their second midweek loss, and you lost, and both of those were 2 ranked teams.
Yeah.
It wasn't, like I said.
Both of them have been to Kansas.
Yeah, it wasn't incarnate word like we had in the past or teams like that, So next up, Illinois. And Swim, I'll tell you this, though, too, bro. Illinois is in the middle of the pack of the Big Ten. So this is a team to where Nebraska cannot go to sleep on by any stretch of the imagination. They just can't. Then you got K-State after that, and then you Ohio State, you head out to Columbus. So Nebraska's got to take care of it.
Here's what I would say, and I know we got to go to break, but Nebraska's 8 of their 10 losses have been to ranked teams. The 2 unranked teams that beat them were one of them in Scottsdale in the first weekend of the season, where Stanford beat them 11-6. And then the next weekend was down in Arlington at the Amagi Bank College Baseball Series, where they lost to Kansas State 5-3. Those are your 2 unranked losses all season long.
And they got K-State coming up again here in a few weeks.
Next Tuesday.
Yes,
at home.
Home game.
We going?
I don't know.
That's no. Let's go to break.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
When tacos and quesadillas join forces at Amigos, something seriously delicious happens. Quesadilla tacos. Crispy on the outside, gooey on the inside, folded taco style, and stuffed with bold seasoned flavor. It's like your favorite quesadilla and taco teamed up for the ultimate spring fling. With Tex-Mex, chicken, supreme, or steak, Amigos has a quesadilla taco for everyone. So hurry in. This tasty collab is here for a limited time only. Get the ultimate flavor fusion with quesadilla tacos at Amigos. When the weather heats up, cool down with Amigos' new frosted lemonades and limeades. Icy, fruity, and oh so refreshing. Start with a zesty lemonade or limeade base. Then choose blue raz, cherry, or strawberry to create your personalized flavor mix. Amigos tops it all with a swirl of frosty vanilla ice cream. Whether you're soaking up the sun or just need a cool pick-me-up, these frosty delights are summer in a glass. Chill out with a frosted lemonade at Amigos.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Hey, it's Grant Wister. I co-founded Champ Roofing because I wanted to build a company with real integrity, the kind where you actually trust the people working on your home. We do roof replacements, inspections, gutters, and siding all across Nebraska, Lincoln, Omaha, and everywhere in between. Every job, we show up on time, do the work right, and stand behind it. That's what Champ is built on. Check us out at champ-roofing.com or give us a call at 402-858-7449.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Zach Bryan with Heaven on Tour.
Poison myself again. Something in the orange tells me you'll never come.
Saturday, April 25th, Memorial Stadium.
Wish I didn't, but I do.
With special guests, Kings of Leon and J.R. Carroll. Tickets are on sale now at ZachBryan.com.
I think I heard you coming.
Don't miss Zach Bryan live.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And wow, what a great spring it has been here. We've had record sales happening at Koppel. And to show our appreciation, Koppel is giving out employee pricing on select new models. Yes, you heard that right. Employee pricing is happening right now at Koppel on select new models. So please stop on in the store and see the team or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Some rebates to dealer.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere air seeder during Landmark Implement's early order program. Take your seeding performance to the next level with John Deere's advanced air seeding technology. Achieve precise seed and fertilizer placement. With innovative openers and section control, you can maximize efficiency and reduce input costs. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year during Landmark Implement's air seeder early order program. Contact your local Landmark location for details and experience the Landmark difference.
It seems like just the other day, I was building my first house. I've seen many changes to our building market in Lincoln. It's been a fun road.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, we hear this a lot where I don't want to live in a cookie cutter home. Well, let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. One thing that we started doing early on was we started building neighborhoods. I'm a firm believer in character in your street and in your neighborhood. I like choice. I like variation. I like maybe something a little bit different in a neighborhood that you don't see in every neighborhood. I think it's great to have choices, its uniqueness, and I think that's what gives a neighborhood character. And I think that's what we've done over the years.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of B.J. Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostreiter. Watch out! Mafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
It's on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
No. That's right. You're done.
Swim.
What's up?
Sometimes you got to suffer.
Okay.
Sometimes when it hurts, you got to suffer. Swim, either you're going to endure or you're going to escape. What are you going to do, man? You're going to endure the pain or you try to escape it?
Well, I endured it.
You got to endure it, baby.
I did. You were trying to tell me to escape it.
No, man, you got to endure the pain, dog.
You told me not to play.
It, man. You got to go through it.
No,
I'm not talking about the ankle.
You said don't play.
There's endurance, there's escape, and there's just
idiocy. That's
with
crazy.
an eye.
both of us had the same exact word come to our mind.
I'll flip a kill you.
Yeah.
Well, Swim, and I'm not saying that the multi-billion-dollar NFL are idiots, but Swim, text line, let me ask you this. On scale of 1 to 5, 5 being you can't wait, 1 means you didn't even know what was going to happen. The NFL draft.
Yeah.
What's your emotions and feelings on that? 5, you can't wait. 1, you had no idea was even coming up tomorrow.
I'll be honest here, because when we were talking about it on Sunday, it kind of, now like a lot of things do, kind of just sneaks up on you, because it feels like one of those events, AD, that 3 months ago, back in January, or when the combine is going on in February, you're like, oh man, yeah, the draft is coming up, just 2 months away. Here we go, and then in that in between time, maybe part of it's because we've been so distracted by March Madness and Nebraska basketball's run and Nebraska baseball and softball now and the spring game, if you will. It just felt like we forgot about it. Like we saw the mock drafts, but there wasn't a whole lot of interest in diving into those mock drafts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, folks, you know that me and Swim, we love the NFL draft a little bit. It's actually going to be in Pittsburgh this year, so that is
right.
Awesome.
Pittsburgh.
It's the ultimate reminder, folks, that hope is undefeated. Every fan base right now is talking about themselves into something. This is our year, Pete Ferguson. This is the guy, Pete Ferguson. This pick changes everything, Nick Sainert. But let me tell you something, folks. The draft doesn't change your franchise. Your decisions do. Your culture does. Of course, your attitude.
Are you going to use this today?
No,
that was really good.
Don't put that in my head because I'll mess around and talk about the NFL
that
draft.
Was really good
in front of 2,500 ladies.
Yeah, that was really good.
I appreciate it. Yeah, they'd be like,
what?
Folks, you think about for every Mahomes and as much as talent as he brought, there are busts every year.
Yep.
And that's what tomorrow's going to be about. There's going to be dreams realized. There'll be guys a year from now going, whatever happened to that guy? What happened to that guy? We see it all the time. And I'm going to go before your time, Swim. There was an offensive lineman named Tony Mandrich, who was an informant. Remember him, free off, and of course, Raffwood as well. He was a draft. He was a combine demon. Just strong, fast, explosive, massive bus. And if you look Tony Mandrich up right now, he was just ridiculous. And for every Tony Mandrich, other ones too. You look at, as far as that goes, you look at Russell, that played for the Raiders for all those years. Jamarcus, massive bust. And that's just reality. Those guys were busts. I didn't miss it, Swim. I didn't make the putt. I just missed it.
Yeah.
They weren't busts. They just didn't make it.
Yeah.
They just didn't make it.
They still got the money.
Jamarcus definitely got his money. But it comes down, Swim, to obviously who's coachable, who handles adversity, who shows up and everybody does. But this is going to be an intriguing draft. From a Nebraska perspective, obviously we're intrigued to see where EJ is going to fall at.
Yeah.
Where he'll be. There's projections anywhere from third, second, third, possibly second, but most likely third round, give or take for him. But I think it's no surprise, Swim, that all eyes are going to be on the Raiders.
Yeah.
And they're betting on Mendoza. Swim, you just got Kirk Cousins there in Vegas. You look at Fernando Mendoza, the buzz and everything. And first of all, man, there's been some people who I've heard who are not, what has he done? The dude took the worst team in college football history to a Big Ten championship and to win a national championship to beat Miami in Miami. Now, we can question all the different the techniques and mechanics and things of that nature, but the dude is a freaking winner. Does that mean it translates to the NFL? Not at all. But I'm simply saying it's for someone to question what type of games he's played in, I think is absurd.
I think when you look at what Las Vegas is going to get, the way that they got Kirk Cousins, but it's more importantly in that conversation, it's how did they structure the Kirk Cousins contract? We need to remember, essentially, it's a 1-year guaranteed deal. After that, it is team options.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, like on paper, it shows, that Kirk Cousins could potentially be in Las Vegas for the next 4 years. But realistically, this is a, hey, 1 year, you mentor Fernando Mendoza, and Fernando's our guy, whether that's at the start of, whether that's the start of this year, whether it's halfway through the year, whether they're able to be patient enough and wait until the start of the 2020, what would that be, 7 season? Whatever the case may be, like Kirk Cousins has a specific role there, and it's not to be the quarterback of the future for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And financially, he's just fine.
Oh yeah, but ultimately, I mean, so yeah, when you have, Fernando Mendoza is the number 1 pick. I wish.
Do you know what I want to do really bad, Swim?
What?
Remember that Mendoza call by our guy?
Please do not do it. Please do not do it.
Please do not.
I would appreciate if you didn't.
Me and Jay love Gus, man.
I know.
Swim, we got to find that clip somehow, man.
Well, we have the clip. Let me find it. Let me find it, and
I won't do it. Let's let Gus do it.
This might be it. If I found it this quick, I'll be happy. Yep.
Mendoza in trouble. It's out. Touchdown. Wow. Oh, my God, play. Unbelievable. Gillen Heisman drove it down. Was the left foot the first one to touch? Oh, my goodness. It's a touchdown. Oh, my gosh.
So that to me is one of the funniest and greatest calls ever by Gus, man.
Yeah.
When he yells, give him the Heisman Trophy. Now, I seriously thought he was crying, man.
This part right here. Hold on. Here we go.
Gillen Heisman drove it down.
We got to clip that.
We should clip that and use it as part of our open.
I think we should.
We have to. It's been a big part of our show.
Yes, we have to, Swim.
All right, I'll work on the new open today.
My man Eric says, do it, AD, do it. I'm going to honor Swim, and I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, let just Gus Johnson do it.
Oh, my goodness. One of the funniest ever. But to switch back to it. I said swim back to it. We can swim back to it as well. To switch back to it, though, the Raiders, it seems like Swim, they finally maybe solved their QB problem. It's early, but you have a proven veteran with Kirk Cousins. There's at the release a lot of pressure off of Mendoza coming in there. He can get acclimated. And Swim, think about it like this. This man is moving from Bloomington. Now, he's a California guy, so he's used to the big city. But you got a guy that's coming from Bloomington, Indiana to Vegas, the adult playground of the world, and playing in the NFL. So you got guys that go to way smaller markets that aren't able to handle their surroundings because they're not grounded. Mendoza seems like a very grounded young man.
Yeah, I think I think Fernando Mendoza is going to be obviously the number 1 overall pick. AD, I think the key to this draft tonight is tomorrow. Excuse me. Thank you. Yep. Some of the names elsewhere, like we've seen, we're going to see in this day and age of the NFL where running backs, there's so much made about, hey, wear and tear in the college game. And you've had like the Isaiah Pacheco's of Kansas City that has gotten drafted in the 7th round work out really, really well to their favor. And then also on the flip side, you've had like the Clyde Edwards-Hilaire's that they've taken in the 1st round not pan out. But then in Detroit, you have Jahmyr Gibbs, who Detroit specifically traded up to number 11 overall at one point to get Jahmyr Gibbs, or 7th overall in that draft to get Jahmyr Gibbs. That's worked out exceptionally well. We're going to see tomorrow night, and I'm not saying this just because he's a Notre Dame guy, we're going to see Jeremiah Love probably go in the top 5 as a running back. The mocks are projecting him to go to Arizona if Arizona doesn't trade out of that 3rd overall pick. Arizona's been shopping that 3rd overall pick all week long. And so
looking like David Bailey, the edge out of Texas Tech, could be on their list as
well.
So
so you have Arizona. I mean, obviously Arizona, if they keep that 3rd overall pick there. But then like The other two names that out of the top 10 really are, how about this? Ohio State could have, and I kid you not, in the latest mock draft, they could have 3, 4,
5, I think possibly.
I think it's 4 top 10s in some order of Caleb Downs, Carnell Tate, Arvell Reese, and Sonny Styles. I mean, 3 defenders on that Ohio State team could go in the top 8 picks.
That is just insane, man.
So it's crazy when you kind of just consider that, because this is, according to the mock draft, this is who is this? The last mock draft that ESPN did. So the latest, I should say.
4 players in the that's like Miami 20. I think that was 2001, where Miami had like a ridiculous amount of guys trade. I mean, in the first round.
Fernando Mendoza, David Bailey from Texas Tech. We could potentially see Arvell Reese go in that 2nd overall to New York if they like him. Jeremiah Love. Then it's, how about this? Back-to-back on the mock drafts, Ohio State guys. Sonny Styles, Arvell Reese. Spencer Fano, the offensive lineman who sat out for Utah in the bowl game. Spencer Fano. Carnell Tate. Caleb Downs. I said this the other day. It's so bizarre to think about Ohio State there and consider that Carnell Tate probably wasn't the best wide receiver that Ohio State had on their roster, but yet tomorrow on the NFL draft, he's going to go top 10. With Jeremiah Smith still on that roster.
Insane. Yes, unknown texture 1970. You're exactly right. Mendoza was from Miami, played ball out of Cal for a while.
Yeah.
So he's even more so unknown texture 1970. Thank you so much. The bright lights of Vegas aren't going to be too bright for him.
We're not going to see a Zach Wilson go to New York type of thing.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a Zach Wilson to New York type of thing.
Yeah, and the thing that's even crazy about Mendoza is Miami didn't even offer the guy a walk-on, let alone a scholarship. You know, and then he goes and shines. But, Swim, people miss every year. Bring it back to basketball real quick before we dive back into this. You look at Tanner from Vanderbilt.
Tyler Tanner.
Tyler Tanner was just an absolutely
Well, Keaton Wagler at Illinois.
Yeah, we can go with a lot of guys. I mean, people miss all the time. It just jumps out more when they're playing in obviously in the tournament, etc.
Well, I think it's still here's the overall piece of it. Development's still king.
Yes, it is.
Like
coaching
and development is still king, because if Fernando Mendoza would have went to, a lot of other schools other than Indiana, he might have had an NFL opportunity, but it's not first overall.
Yes, I agree.
Right? Like the same way we could talk Joe Burrow. Obviously, the low-hanging fruit's Joe Burrow to Nebraska. That's not what I'm even saying.
I think it's low-hanging fruit. It's a fact.
I'm saying the Joe Burrow to really anywhere else. Mm-hmm. Joe Burrow going to an offense that has Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson and Terrace Marshall and Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the backfield. Like, that allowed him to then surge up to potentially, being a top pick.
Right.
So like that all plays a factor into it, and we'll see, how Vegas treats him, I suppose.
Here's a teams like that could cause some potential draft chaos. You got several teams that may trade down. It's being not even whispered, but the Browns, which swim, and the Cardinals, and possibly the Jets. So once that first trade happens, the board could flip pretty quick. But Slim, I was reading an article this morning. I think it was The Athletic, where Shador, is not taking the majority of the snaps. Watson is taking the majority of the snaps. So you figure that's always going to be interesting in Cleveland. Swim, is Mendoza worth the number 1 pick?
Yeah. Oh, by far.
If you were
quarterbacks are so valuable now.
Text line, let us know who would be your first pick. Would it be Mendoza? I'm not even going to make it. I'm going to make it simple. Would you choose Mendoza first?
It's also situational based though too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think if very rarely, very very rarely are we going to see a team that has a stable quarterback room be number 1, right?
And there's the correlation. There's a reason why they're not that bad.
And so we're always. Very rarely. Like, even you look at the teams in the top 5, right? And it's the Raiders obviously need a quarterback because Kirk Cousins is not their long-term guy.
Mm-hmm.
The New York Jets are in a similar situation. Arizona, you don't know what's going to happen there with Murray. Tennessee is hoping that Cam Ward is able to continue having some sort of trajectory of success. Same with New York Giants. You hope that Jackson Dart can stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland Browns, same situation there. Like, everybody at the top the first team that doesn't have quarterback questions at the top are the Washington Commanders with Jaden Daniels.
Good John Squires.
He says Jordy Fromm would be my first pick.
Johnny.
Yeah. I was wondering what made you laugh so much. I was like, dang, I didn't think that was so much of a hot take to say that Washington was the first team.
Yeah. Jordy Fromm would be mine. Unknown texter 9550. Do you guys see a benefit of trading for a quarterback with your number one pick, or do you take Mendoza? Interesting.
Well, I think there's a couple things that have to go on there because they have to agree. They have to agree that the value of whoever the rookie quarterback they'll take is going to be similar. And more than likely, you'd have to give up so much draft capital. That's where it will be interesting to see if we get some draft night trades where like day of draft trades where like Arizona can move down because the asking price for some of these higher draft picks is so astronomical that it's going to be one of those things to where if you can move back, if you as a franchise are content with moving back 10 spots, moving out of the top 10 and saying, hey, now I think Jeremiah Love is one of the better players in this draft, especially on the offensive side. If you're content giving him up and saying, hey, we're gonna lean on it and hopefully we can get running back in the third round or the fourth round or whatever it is, then if you're wanting to do that and add 3 picks, then do it. But also, man, hindsight's always 20/20, and I like you just never want to have the regret of, man, we should have never dealt it. We should, because if you can't draft well, then
Swim, I go back to in 0739 unknown texture. I agree with you on that. Jeremiah Love is the best talent in the draft, just based on pure talent. I would agree with you on that.
Comes from a good program.
Yeah, well, he really does come from a good program. Your man crush.
Yeah.
I think back to the Tennessee Titans that year. You can still see Vrabel's face in the war room when they traded A.J. Brown, and he's looking at them like, "What in the heck are y'all doing?"
Yeah.
Vrabel was no longer there. Brown obviously no longer there, and that was the demise of the Titans. And now they have a whole new staff this year, as they got rid of their coach last year. What week was that they got rid of him from last year? Remember what game?
I do not.
But mid-season, give or take, something like that. But Tennessee is starting over. It makes you wonder if Vrabel would have stayed, what they would look like now, with a few years under his belt, and a few drafts under his belt. And here he does. He takes the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
Like here's it's too bad. If you're the Raiders, and this is where in this class where, I mean, frankly, the quarterback room isn't that great, because you had a guy like this would be so much more intriguing if Dante Moore would have went to the NFL. And the reason I say this, because you look at the Arizona Cardinals, and Arizona's picking 3rd overall, and they moved on from Kyler Murray, and Kyler Murray goes to Minnesota. I think I misspoke earlier also, but Kyler Murray goes to Minnesota. And now Jacoby, I think in their quarterback room, it's Jacoby Brissett and Gardner Minshew. And teams can talk themselves into believing that one certain player, if they're desperate enough, one certain player can change the trajectory of their franchise.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sometimes where teams get into trouble. And it'd be really interesting to see the way that NFL organizations would compare Fernando Mendoza versus Dante Moore, if Dante Moore or even Arch Manning, I guess, if you want to throw that in there, if those 3 went to the draft this year, because right now it's like Fernando Mendoza is the top quarterback, and then there's a gap, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then there's a gap. You look at the top 15 picks, and you don't see another quarterback being taken.
No.
Right? You look at the first round, and there's a chance that tonight Fernando Mendoza is the only quarterback selected in the entire first round, tomorrow.
I knew you were going to pick it up.
And Ty Simpson is the second one, and he's getting sure second round picks, grades, but that'd be one of those things to where, yeah, if you're the Cardinals, you have a chance at Jeremiah Love, but do you need to figure out a quarterback situation? Mm-hmm. And then are you okay with trading out of the first round, getting Ty Simpson, missing on Jeremiah Love hypothetically, and then next year, hey, Dante Moore is going to probably be out. Arch Manning's going to be in the NFL draft. Who knows what other guys pop up, right? It's just, this is where if you don't draft well, or if you don't have some sort of a plan for multiple years, like 2-3 year plan, you're just kind of throwing things at the wall, hoping they stick.
You know, Swim, it's interesting. Before we go to break, we'll come back a little bit more of this before we talk Nebraska softball as well. Cubsker, good morning to you, brother. I asked regarding Pittsburgh, Eric. He asked regardless if the Berg would move up. And I'm not sure. You know, the Berg is at 21 right now as far as their draft pick. You just never know on draft day because, like you mentioned, Swim, there's all these backroom deals and phone calls that happen. And sometimes those things don't happen till most of the time on the day of the draft. You know, it's kind of like, hey, we're thinking this. And there's always going to be some that keep their picks pretty close to their vest. Once you get to that top, you know, like I said, those top 10, top 25, give or take, because you don't want to tip, you don't want to show your hand, you know?
I don't know. You know, this is a pretty, in terms of offensive linemen, this is a pretty heavy offensive line class that has first round grades. And so in response to the Pittsburgh Steelers moving up, they probably feel like they'll be able to have a pretty decent, I would imagine they lean offensive line because they got to protect Rodgers. They got to protect Aaron. Do you disagree with that?
No, I agree. It's just there's a lot of question marks. I tell you what, I am confident. I'm excited for Mike McCarthy in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I really am. You know, from an offensive perspective.
Sure.
Because with Matt Canada, it was absolutely atrocious. You know, and then Art, whatever his name was, he was horrible too. So it's going to be interesting with Mike McCarthy there in the Berg, man. But yeah, regardless of who your squad is, unless you look at Seattle. I mean, they got to replace a high producing running back that went to the Chiefs. You know, my neighbor Eric, we were talking. It's intriguing. The more we talk about it, the more I'm intrigued and excited for the upcoming season to see how these things pan out. But
are you more excited for NFL or college? More specifically, are you more excited for Pittsburgh or Nebraska?
The Berg, because under new leadership. What I'm going to say, I'm excited to see what they'll look like. Because in your lifetime, you literally only saw a coach and a half for the Berg, and you were too young to even remember the previous coach.
Oh, it's only been Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, it was Tomlin. So I would say this: more excited for Nebraska, more intrigued.
Sure.
By the Berg, man. With Nebraska, it's just kind of like, okay, let's see what we're going to do here. The Berg, it's all different.
Yeah.
It's all different, man. So it'll be interesting to see. Almost half my lifetime has been Tomlin, 19 years, you know.
Sure.
So it's going to be intriguing in the Berg to see what's going on. Yeah, almost. I mean, 26 years, 25 years be half. I said almost half my lifetime.
I know. I still haven't sneezed.
You go outside, look in the sun.
Well, I'm going to stare at the sun.
Just come down O Street, just honk at Nick.
Yeah, I'm going to stare.
We'll be back.
Don't leave your spring digging projects to chance. Call Nebraska 811 before grabbing the shovel so utilities like LES can mark their buried lines and help you prevent injuries and outages.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Be sure to check out the all-new Fizzy Cuts. Fizzy Cuts helps to build and protect lean muscle while reducing body fat. Fizzy Cuts is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Fizzy Cuts can only be found at Nutrition Authority. For more info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Want to make the easy call? Call John Henry's. From leaky pipes to a broken AC, flickering lights to furnace fights, even drains and duct cleaning, we've got it handled. Plumbing, heating, air, and electrical, all under one trusted roof. Proudly serving homes across Lincoln, Omaha, and surrounding areas, and ready 24/7. Visit calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing.
And electrical.
Husker fans, bring the whole family to the Nebraska Market and Fan Fest. Join them April 25th from 11 to 1 right outside Bowlin Stadium for a fun family event before Husker Softball takes on Iowa for the final home series of the season. Shop from local crafters with handmade Husker merch like artwork, jewelry, and wall hangings, plus enjoy kids' games, face painting, and so much more. To find more information and lock in your tickets, head to huskers.com today. Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long. On the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket.
Seems like just the other day, I was building my first house. I've seen many changes to our building market in Lincoln. It's been a fun road.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, we hear this a lot where I don't want to live in a cookie cutter home. Well, let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. One thing that we started doing early on was we started building neighborhoods. I'm a firm believer in character in your street and in your neighborhood. I like choice. I like variation. I like maybe something a little bit different in a neighborhood that you don't see in every neighborhood. I think it's great to have choices, its uniqueness, and I think that's what gives a neighborhood character. And I think that's what we've done over the years.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies. It'll be breezy with an afternoon high near 84. Tonight, increasing cloud cover, continued breeze, the low around 61. And tomorrow, a chance of showers and storms, especially in the afternoon. Otherwise, partly sunny with a high near 78. I'm meteorologist Kyle Kleckett for 93.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com.
School's almost out, but the impact of public education lasts a lifetime. Hi, I'm Tim Royers, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. As we prepare to close the books on another incredible year, let's celebrate our teachers, our students, and staff who make our schools strong. This summer, keep learning alive. Read, explore, and support your local schools. Public education builds brighter futures. Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
the Huskers made very quick work of Omaha. Husker State, hot folks, the number one Nebraska Cornhusker saw, and they're number 1, number 4, number 5, whatever. They're up there.
Top five.
They rolled past the Mavericks 11-4. Nebraska's now 37-6 on the season. Swim, they're on a 12-game winning streak.
Yeah, and their last loss was to UCLA. I mean, that's the team that they lost to. So, and it was by 1 run. If you take away, here's the best part, AD. If you take away that loss to UCLA, guess what day was their last loss?
Was it Valentine's Day?
It was close. February 26th.
Wow.
If you take away...
That seems eons ago.
It was almost 2 months ago. If you take away the 6-5 loss to who was at the time a top 7 team in UCLA, Nebraska's last loss before that was a 2-1 game in 11 innings to 21st ranked Oklahoma State at Oklahoma State. They lost 2-1. That was their last loss. They've lost 2 games since February 26th.
That is really insane to think about that. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But what they've been doing is ridiculous. They scored 7 innings, 4 home runs in the game. Ava Kuzak, Jesse Farrell, Samantha Bland, Alexis Jensen. 3rd game this season with 4+ home runs.
Yeah.
They have now scored 10+ runs in 9 games this year, Swim. A few of these highlights, I'm going to let you just let you go ahead on this. Ava Kuzak, career night, 4 hits, 4 RBIs, home run. Jesse Farrell, 3 RBIs, clutch 3-run bomb that flipped the game. Because I almost said it again. Omaha. They jumped up to 1-0 lead. That didn't stay very long.
Can you say it without the extracurricular?
Omaha.
No, we can't. It's impossible.
I'm going to say it. Omaha.
No. Say it normal, AD.
Omaha. I just said it again.
You can't say it.
I'm getting ready to get on the road to go to Omaha.
I know. Well, there it is.
I'm going to probably say it on stage. Omaha.
I'm so happy to be here in Omaha. Everybody's going to be like, thank goodness it's only for 20 minutes. You have to listen to this guy.
He only has 18 minutes left now. Because he said Omaha for 2 minutes.
Everybody's going to be up there with their watch just like, hey, 16 minutes. We're counting. No, I'm kidding.
Jesse Farrell, 3 RBIs, clutch 3-run bomb that flipped the game. And, of course, Jordy going to do what Jordy Fromm does. 13-game hitting streak, 32-game on-base streak. Hannah Kemenzide, she's just a baller. I can go on and on. 12-game hitting streak, 27 straight games reaching base.
Yeah.
Also, she got the win in the circle at 5-0. I know we've talked about this so many times, so many accolades, so many different words we've used for this team, Swim, but Nebraska just continues to take care of business. You think about the beatdown they put in Wisconsin, the beatdown they put in Minnesota, the beatdown they said we're gonna give you some 2 on the way back down to Omaha, whatever you want to call it. I said it again, Omaha, Mavericks, Omaha, Bull, Ram, whatever the hell you are, we're gonna beat you down to 11-4. Swim. You looked at some of those numbers I read to you. This is literally historic numbers they're putting up, not just for Nebraska softball, but for nationally what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a lot of things well. I'm sure if you asked Rhonda Revelle last night and you dissect last night's game specifically, one of the things that she's going to say is they need to do a better job of driving in runners. And you're probably scoffing at me as ever folks are driving or listening in their cubicles, scoffing at me when you say, well, Nick, they put up 11 runs. They also left 11 runners on base. And that's a pretty large number, right? So it is crazy to think about that they still scored 11 runs.
That'd have been a West Virginia Pittsburgh story.
Yeah, right, 23-1. Anyway, there was not a lot of game left. No, it's it's one of those things that when you're 37-6 and things are going really well, you have some sort of a right to be a little nitpicky, where you can say, hey, like that we played well, we took care of business, did what we needed to do. But there was also a point in this game where not only Nebraska was down 1-0, but it was also a point in this game where Nebraska was tied with them 4-4. And Omaha is a really good team. Yeah, right. Omaha is a really good team. I mean, almost has 30 wins in on their side as well, but it's still a team Nebraska softball expected to beat. And so they did a really good job at the plate, being disciplined. They had more walks last night as a team than they did as team strikeouts, which is certainly something to look at. They drew 5 walks. They only struck out as a team 4 times. Keeping out offensive strikeout numbers down as well and allowing you guys to get on, via based on balls. Those things will help you in the postseason. But I'm sure if you ask Ron Rivaux or any of the coaches on that staff, one of the numbers that does jump out is the 11 runners left on base. But hey, it didn't come back to bite you because he still won 11-4.
You know, Swim up next for Nebraska. It's a big weekend because it's senior weekend. They'll honor those seniors on Saturday.
Yeah.
From what I understand, they have Iowa coming to town for that. And so when you look at where Iowa right now, Iowa overall in the Big Ten rankings, they're down there quite a bit. I'm trying to think too. They're like 11, actually like 12, I believe, in the conference. They're 6-12 in the conference right now, 24-22 overall. So basically a 50-50 team for the most part. Swim, there's something about this women's team, these ladies that are just, it doesn't matter where you're at, where we play, who you are, they don't take games lightly.
Mm-hmm.
And that is one thing and John Squire was telling us before the season, because I'll be on the deck, he'll be in his yard, we'll just be talking. He goes, AD, this team is going to be probably the best team that Coach Rivell's ever had.
Yeah.
And it's proven to be that way as well with all the firepower they have. Obviously, the addition of Jenkins as well. She has been amazing. Jensen. She has been absolutely amazing, along with the others. Of course, Jordy, we can go on and on. But they're doing that. And so even with the opponents they got, like I said, this 3-game stretch, I don't expect anything less than a minimum a 2-1 sweep.
We can talk on Monday, having the conversation about how Nebraska's got 40 wins, and it's not even the end of April.
That's insane, man.
It's not the end of April. Nebraska softball has 40 wins. So I mean, that's the conversation that potentially we could be having on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Iowa is unique. They're in the first year of a head coach. Stacey May Johnson is her name. First year as the head coach. She's come back and she's said a lot of interesting things. She's had some bold statements. And Iowa comes in, 24-22 on the year. They had a decent non-conference stretch. They're struggling a little bit in the in the conference, like AD said, 6-12 in conference play this year. But she's a former Iowa player. And when she was playing in the early 2000s, obviously Nebraska and Iowa weren't massive rivals, but ultimately, you said a 2-1 series at no worse. I think Nebraska won't have any issues with Iowa this weekend.
They should.
They definitely should. And hopefully, we know it's supposed to rain a little bit on Sunday. Excuse me. Saturday, the weather might be a little chillier, right? So hopefully, that doesn't play too much of a factor into this, and Nebraska's able to go out and take care of business. And similar to the showing that we saw from Husker fans last weekend for Nebraska baseball against 12th ranked USC, show that same energy this weekend for Nebraska softball. This is your last chance before the regional that Nebraska's going to host. That this is your last chance to see them in person. And unless you want to travel out, to College Park, Maryland, then this is your last shot. So I mean, this is
special.
This is going to be a lot of fun to see this weekend. And Bowling will be packed.
It will be packed out. That first pitch on Friday, folks, is going to be 5:30 p.m. Big Ten Network, not Plus. Big Ten Network.
Hello.
Yes,
And
5:30.
I wouldn't be surprised if they end up switching it around a little bit, and they might play 2 games on Saturday rather, and say, hey, we're gonna reschedule Sunday's game, push it up to Saturday. I have no inside information. This is just projection and a subjective opinion. That I wouldn't be surprised if they say, hey, let's try to play a doubleheader on Saturday and move Sunday's game up because of the expected inclement weather.
Right. Folks, we'll be back with the 80 attitude adjustment. Cannot wait. Tomorrow, we'll be talking more of the NFL draft as well, other positions and sightings, because we will just be a few hours away at that point. We'll be back. It's The Drive.
Hey, everyone. This is Austin Orman from Old School with Foreman and Orman, live from 1040 O Street in the heart of downtown Lincoln, weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. My favorite thing about downtown Lincoln has to be the year-round energy. Downtown Lincoln never stops. It's easy to get to, has everything you could need or want in dining, entertainment, and retail, and of course it has Lincoln's best sports talk, proudly located in downtown Lincoln on the corner of 11th and O.
This message is brought to you by the Downtown Lincoln Association and 93.7 The Ticket. Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more. Sandhills Global is growing right here in Lincoln. With our expanding campus and continued growth, we're hiring across a wide range of careers, from interns to experienced professionals. Join the team at Sandhills Global and build your career with competitive pay, great benefits, and real opportunities to grow. Visit sandhills.jobs to view openings and apply today. That's sandhills.jobs.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere air seeder during Landmark Implement's early order program. Take your seeding performance to the next level with John Deere's advanced air seeding technology. Achieve precise seed and fertilizer placement. With innovative openers and section control, you can maximize efficiency and reduce input costs. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year during Landmark Implement's air seeder early order program. Contact your local Landmark location for details and experience the Landmark difference.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Hey, it's Grant Wister. I co-founded Champ Roofing because I wanted to build a company with real integrity, the kind where you actually trust the people working on your home. We do roof replacements, inspections, gutters, and siding all across Nebraska, Lincoln, Omaha, and everywhere in between. Every job, we show up on time, do the work right, and stand behind it. That's what Champ is built on. Check us out at champ-roofing.com or give us a call at 402-858-7449.
Husker fans, bring the whole family to the Nebraska Market and Fan Fest. Join them April 25th from 11 to 1 right outside Bowlin Stadium for a fun family event before Husker Softball takes on Iowa for the final home series of the season. Shop from local crafters with handmade Husker merch like artwork, jewelry, and wall hangings. Plus, enjoy kids' games, face painting, and so much more. To find more information and lock in your tickets, head to huskers.com today.
Let's face it, there are some things people experience every year that are no fun. Flu shots, spring cleaning, dental exams, leaves in the gutters. That's why the Nebraska Lottery is launching our new lotto game, Millionaire for Life. The top prize is $1 million a year for life, with a second prize of $100,000 a year for life. Tickets are $5 with drawings every day. If you win Millionaire for Life, you'll still get leaves in your gutters, but they'll be the gutters on your new mansion.
Millionaire for Life top prize odds 1 in 22 million.
Get as loud as you can for Monster Jam! The one and only Monster Jam. Packed with stunts, smiles, and jaw-dropping skills. See the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks, like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Megalodon, and more. Only at Monster Jam. Coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena May 2nd and 3rd. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Visit monsterjam.com today.
School's almost out, but the impact of public education lasts a lifetime. Hi, I'm Tim Royers, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. As we prepare to close the books on another incredible year, let's celebrate our teachers, our students, and staff who make our schools strong. This summer, keep learning alive. Read, explore, and support your local schools. Public education builds brighter futures. Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Zach Bryan with Heaven on Tour.
Poison myself again. Something in the orange tells me you'll never come.
Saturday, April 25th, Memorial Stadium.
Wish I didn't, but I do.
With special guests, Kings of Leon and J.R. Carroll. Tickets are on sale now at ZachBryan.com. Don't miss Zach Bryan live.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we're back on this beautiful Wednesday. Win the Mind Wednesday. Swim, what do you got planned today? You got a busy one, bro?
Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff going on. Got a lot of good stuff. Hopefully finding some new partners for the station today. I got a couple meetings.
Love it. Folks, after us is going to be one-on-one with DP. Be another great show. After them, Terrell, the black shirt and Bach, followed by the man himself, the Hall of Famer, Jay Foreman, and A.O. Austin Orman.
Those guys are on a high right now because the Royals decided to win a game last night. It was 80. Last night was the first win for the Royals since Masters Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah, but hey, don't worry. The Cubs have won 8 straight.
Yeah, the Pirates aren't doing too bad.
No, they aren't.
They're doing pretty good.
I hope to see the Pirates in the playoffs alongside the Cubs.
No, you don't even mean that.
I do.
No, you don't.
You know who I really like? I do like their new prospect, Connor Griffin.
You know what? You peeped me out, Tim, so I've been kind of keeping my eye on that.
And while you were gone that last Friday, I talked about a podcast that Paul Skeens was on.
Really?
Your boy, Paul Skeens, your pitcher.
Was it pretty good?
It was great. Yeah,
there was a cool
stuff.
story in the Berg. McMahon is his last name that plays for the Pirates.
Okay.
Outfielder. I know I'm messing his name up. There was a young girl and her brother in the stands along with their dad. I got to find it. Starts. Oh man, it's not Magnum. It's Magnum. Is his last name?
Oh, is it Mangum?
Mangum.
Yeah, Jake Mangum.
Yeah, Mangum.
Former Mississippi State guy.
Yes, Mangum. He threw a ball up
Yeah.
to a row after he'd cut a ball. Here, the little girl's brother reached out and grabbed it gave her the ball, and they hugged, and it just really.
I remember. I did see that.
Yes, it was a cool story.
Pittsburgh's creating fans everywhere.
Yes, they are, and it was a really cool story. And the owner invited that family up to his suite to watch the game.
That's awesome.
So it was a really cool story, folks. The AD attitude adjustment is very simple today. We all got some stairs we have to climb. In swim yesterday, when I was at CHI, I was looking at those stairs. I'm going to go up later today behind backstage. Swim, I used to read horribly as a kid. I mean, I've told you the story. I had all sorts of tutors and just a hard time. And I remember when I would have to read one-on-one for my teacher, I was nervous. But when I had to read in front of the class, I was even more nervous. And I stumbled over words. And it was just brutal. But I had a good mom that believed in me and an amazing teacher, Miss Willie Banks, to keep going upstairs. So whatever stairs you're facing today, take one stair at a time. Keep going.
There it is.
Swim. It's been a great one.
Till
Excited for tomorrow. We'll do it again tomorrow, man. Folks, have a great Wednesday.
Are you looking for something different for lunch or dinner in Lincoln? Big 8 is now open at 1226 P Street, serving seafood boils and Asian cuisine. Get your hands messy with fresh, flavorful seafood boils, hot, cold, and made to share. Or enjoy classic Chinese and Asian dishes, perfect for lunch, dinner, or a night out with friends and family. Big flavors, generous portions, and a brand new dining experience. Big 8, now open in Lincoln. Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Diode Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diode Tech online at diodetech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Do you ever feel okay in your current job and profession, but wonder if there's a better company that can offer more? Vision Mechanical is now hiring for journeyman plumbers and HVAC service technicians. Vision Mechanical offers top-of-the-industry wages, 100% paid health, disability, and life insurance, 401k with employee match, and paid holidays and vacation. Vision Mechanical believes in craftsmanship, teamwork, and building a better future one project at a time. Apply today or learn more at visionmechanical.net or email Ron at vmech.net.
It seems like just the other day, I was building my first house. I've seen many changes to our building market in Lincoln. It's been a fun road.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, we hear this a lot where I don't want to live in a cookie cutter home. Well, let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. One thing that we started doing early on was we started building neighborhoods. I'm a firm believer in character in your street and in your neighborhood. I like choice. I like variation. I like maybe something a little bit different in a neighborhood that you don't see in every neighborhood. I think it's great to have choices, its uniqueness, and I think that's what gives a neighborhood character. And I think that's what we've done.